Welcome back to MTG Therapy. I'm a little late on this unboxing, but today we have the Secret Lair 20 Ways to Win Commander deck. Let's get into it. "20 Ways to Win" deck box. So on the back of the thank you card, it'll show all 20 ways to win. Let's crack the deck open and go through all the different win cons. We'll have a foil life counter. Got a little poster. And then we'll have the deck itself. Starting off the deck, we'll have the commander, Go Shin Tai of Life's Origin, which is a 5-color commander because it has all 5 colors in the text box. So this will be the thicker cardboard. And then we'll have the actual card. Then we move to our first win con, Approach of the Second Sun. Basically, you have to play this card twice. If this is the first time you're playing it, you put it back into your deck 7 cards down from the top, and then you gain 7 life. Once you get back to that card and you play it for the second time, you automatically win the game. Next is another win con, Felidar Sovereign, which basically at the beginning of your upkeep, if you have 40 or more life, you automatically win the game. The next win con is Happily Ever After, which when played gives each player 5 life and they get to draw a card. And then at the beginning of your upkeep, if you meet the 3 criteria on the card, you automatically win the game. Those 3 things are have 5 colors among the permanents you control, have 6 or more card types among the permanents you control and or cards in your graveyard, and your life total is greater or equal to the starting life total. As long as you meet those 3 things, you automatically win the game. Next is Triskaide de Kefile, or however you say it. But basically, if you have exactly 13 cards in your hand at the beginning of your upkeep when this card is out, you automatically win the game. Then we'll have Revel in Riches, which whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, create a treasure token. And at the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 10 or more treasure tokens, you win the game. Next, we'll have Helix Pinnacle, which you can put tower counters on, and once you get 100 tower counters on Helix Pinnacle, you win the game. Simic Ascendancy is kind of the same way. If you get 20 or more growth counters on this card, you automatically win the game. Then we'll have a classic Soul Ring. Then we'll go to our next win con with Maze's End, which if you control 10 or more gates with different names, you automatically win the game. Then we'll have Monologue Tax, which helps create treasure tokens. Then Pariah. Then our next win con, which is Test of Endurance. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have 50 or more life, you win the game. The next is Mechanized Production, which if you control 8 or more artifacts with the same name, you win the game. Next card is Mystic Remora. Then we'll have another win con with Liliana's Contract, which at the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 4 or more demons with different names, you automatically win the game. For the next win con, we'll have Mael's Area, which basically gives you +1/+1 counters on creatures, and once you have a creature with 20 power or greater, you win the game. Next we have Ariok Champion, which helps you gain life. Then we'll have a classic board wipe with Austere Command. Then we'll have Clever Concealment. Then we got the Eternal Wanderer Planeswalker. After that, we have another win con with the Halo Fountain, which for its 3rd ability, you can pay 5 mana, and if you untap 15 creatures you control, you win the game. Next, we'll have Heliod Suncrowned, which will help get +1/+1 counters. After that, we have Heliod's Intervention, which you can either destroy artifacts and enchantments with, or you can gain life with. After that is Mangara, the Diplomat, which will help you draw cards. Next we have Shalai, Voice of Plenty, which gives you, planewalkers you control, and other creatures you control hexproof, and you can also get +1/+1 counters with their ability. Next we'll have Sunscorched Regent, which gives you +1/+1 counters, and also helps you gain life. Next we'll have Sun Titan, which every time he attacks, you can bring a card back from the graveyard of mana value 3 or less. Then we'll have Tragic Arrogance, Next is Drown in Dreams, which will help draw cards, or you can make someone mill cards. Next is Rite of Replication, which with the kicker cost, you can make 5 copies of a token. Next we'll have another win con with 20 Toad Toad, which if you have 20 cards in your hand, or there's 20 counters on 20 Toad Toad, you automatically win the game when he attacks. After that is Gehenna, Undying Partisan. Then we have Hellkite Tyrant, which at the beginning of your upkeep, if you have 20 or more artifacts, you win the game. Next we have Tureen Mauler, which will give you +1/+1 counters anytime an opponent casts a spell. After that we have Augur of Autumn. Then we'll have Dryad of Hessian Grove. After that is Forgotten Ancient, which will help you get +1/+1 counters. After that is Sanctum Weaver, which will help you get mana. And then we have Seedborn Muse, which allows you to untap your permanents during other players' untap step. Next we have Tireless Tracker, which will help you get clue tokens and also +1/+1 counters. After that we have Eerie Ultimatum, which allows you to return any number of permanent cards with different names from your graveyard to the battlefield. Then we'll have Faeburrow Elder, which will help you get +1/+1 counters. After that we have Kaineos and Tyro of Meletis. Then we have Sphinx Revelation, which allows you to gain life and draw cards. Then we have the Supreme Verdict, which destroys all creatures and can't be countered. Then we'll have Chromatic Lantern, Hangerback Walker, Maskwood Nexus. Then we have lands with Baldur's Gate, Bountiful Promenade, Brushland, Exotic Orchard, Homeward Path, Overgrown Farmland, Plaza of Harmony, Razorverge Thicket, Reflecting Pool, Wooded Bastion, the World Tree. Then we'll have Darksteel Mutation, Ghostly Prison, Shiny Impetus, Fertile Ground, Lignify, Trace Abundance, Alseed of Life's Bounty, Crib Swap, Soul's Attendant, Morbid Opportunist, Circuitous Route. Then we'll have another win con with Biovisionary, which at the beginning of your end step, if you control 4 more creatures named Biovisionary, you win the game. Then we'll have Arcane Signet, Lightning Greaves, Azorius Guildgate, Black Dragon Gate, Boros Guildgate, Citadel Gate, Cliff Gate, Command Tower, Darksteel Citadel, Dimir Guildgate, Forbidden Orchard, Gateway Plaza, Golgari Guildgate, Gond Gate, Gruul Guildgate, Heap Gate, Izzet Guildgate, Manor Gate, Orzhov Guildgate, Path of Ancestry, Rakdos Guildgate, Seagate, Selesnya Guildgate, Simic Guildgate, Thornglint Bridge. The 2 basic lands we have are Plains and Forest, and then we'll move to the tokens. And our bonus card will be Enduring Ideal, which allows you to search for an enchantment card and put it onto the battlefield. So that will be the Secret Lair 20 Ways to Win Commander deck. I believe there's a few win cons we didn't go over. The first one we missed is the commander damage. If you deal 21 damage to a player with a commander, they lose. Next is All Reliable, which is win by reducing the last opponent's life total to 0. And then the last one we missed is the library is closed. Win when the last opponent attempts to draw from an empty library. I haven't used this deck yet, but I'm pretty excited. It seems to be a really fun one to play. But let me know if you got it as well. Have you played with it? How do you feel about all the different win methods of this deck? Do you think Secret Lair should release more types of commander decks? Let me know what you think. But if you made it through this video, I really appreciate you. Thank you for sticking around and watching the whole video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.